another edition of Unrestricted Flavor. Tonight we are going to make not so spicy chicken fettuccine. So there is a local restaurant called Nick and Tom's to the Cincinnati area that used to make, I'm not sure, I haven't been to a restaurant in 5 years, but they used to make something called spicy chicken fettuccine. Excuse me. And over time, my family developed a recipe that mimicked that recipe, and I was always sad that I couldn't eat that after I got sick. So I went to work, figured out a recipe that works with my ingredients, and I'm ready to share that with you. So our not so spicy chicken fettuccine, we will start with 2 pounds of ground chicken. We're gonna need some of my Dirk's nacho cheese sauce from an earlier video. The only difference is we're gonna make it exactly the way I made it in that video, except we're gonna add 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And then we'll blend that in there as well. It adds an extra element to the flavor. You'll need 3/4 cup of chives. I have some 3 strips of bacon diced, uncooked. And then we're going to use some roasted red pepper from the jar. I diced those. It's about 1/4 of a cup. And then I have some regular red peppers diced for garnish. And we're also going to need some rice noodles. You can also use gluten-free noodles, but I prefer the rice noodles. I'm not sure why, I just do. Let's get started. We are going to start with our chicken base. So we've made this in an earlier episode, but I'm going to make it again for you. We are going to take our 2 pounds, mix it with the bacon and the chives, put it on the skillet, and heat that till it's all the way cooked through. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I went ahead and I mixed my bacon and my ground chicken together. So we've got our skillet warming up. We are going to drop the chicken and bacon mix. Depending on the skillet that you have, you may need to use a little bit of butter, lactose-free butter, so it doesn't stick, but this skillet is great. It does not stick at all. So I don't need to add any kind of oil or cooking spray or anything, but if you need to, go ahead and do that. All right, once we have that spread out, we're just going to sprinkle in our chives. And yes, I love my chives. And we are going to let this cook. And I will be right back when it is done. All right, now while our chicken is cooking, I went ahead and got a pot full of water ready to heat up and boil for our rice noodles. Part of cooking for dinner is timing and making sure that everything is done at the exact time so that you're ready to serve your guests when dinner is served. So making sure that your chicken, your rice noodles, and everything are done at the same time is key. Rice noodles tend to get done quickly, so you don't need them in very long, usually between 5 and 10 minutes to get them ready to go. So just kind of plan accordingly. Right now our meat is cooking, so we are going to get our water heated up as well, and I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We've got our chicken cooked here. As you can see, it is done. All right, so our finishing touches on our not so spicy chicken fettuccine. We're going to take our roasted red peppers from the jar that we have diced, and we're just going to add it to our mix. So in the original recipe, it called for diced tomatoes. I cannot digest tomatoes, so I'm using some diced roasted red peppers, and then I'll add some fresh red peppers at the end. We get that mixed up. And then we are going to add some of our Dirk's nacho cheese sauce. That is now, I added some, it was 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon when I made this. And we are just going to add it to our chicken mix. And then we will mix it around. already smell that cinnamon. All right, so the other thing that this dish reminds me of is if you're familiar with Skyline, I like to make this dish as like a three-way because I cannot eat those anymore as well. But this is reminiscent of that flavor too because of that cinnamon. So if I'm having a hankering for a Skyline three-way, I always make this dish. So all right, so what we're gonna do is our water is just about boiling, so we're gonna add our rice noodles. We'll let those cook, and then we will meet back over at the island to plate our dish. Be right back. All right, so we are ready to plate up our meal. So we are going to start with our rice noodles. We'll take a little helping and put it in our bowl. Then we're going to add our meat mixture on top. Then we are going to add another spoonful of our cheese sauce over the top. Let's make it two. Drizzle that over the top. We're gonna add some cheddar cheese on top. This is lactose free. And garnish with some fresh diced red pepper on top. And there we have it. Our not so spicy chicken fettuccine. Like I said, is reminiscent of a Skyline three-way. It's delicious. I'm so happy to share it with you. I hope you get to try it out. Thank you again for joining me on this episode of Unrestricted Flavor. I'm your host, Mark Dirksing. I look forward to next time. We've got a few awesome projects coming. I'm in the middle of making some sourdough bread. I've got the starter going. And tomorrow I plan on making some Mexican lasagna with fresh homemade tortilla shells. So I will be back next time. Thank you again. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.